They're going to do a Thanksgiving play for you to show their appreciation for your love and support. So this is their edition of First Thanksgiving, and they hope to entertain you. And I'll be narrating, Miss Romero. So we're probably to present our Thanksgiving play. Hundreds of years ago, in a faraway place called everyone had to obey the rules of the king's church. There were some people who weren't happy and wanted to start their own church. They decided to leave England and go to America. They got some food, some supplies, and a ship called the Mayflower. A pilgrim is someone who goes on a long, long journey. These people went on a long, long journey, so we called them Pilgrims. The Pilgrims boarded the Mayflower and sailed for many days and many nights and the Mayflower was a sailing ship. It moved when the wind blew on its sail. It was a cargo ship that was made to carry supplies, not lots of people. 102 people sailed on the Mayflower from England to America. 34 of them were children. It was a small ship, and the Pilgrims were only able to take a few clothes and tools for cooking, gardening, and building. There wasn't room for the children to take any toys. Sad children. It was crowded. They had to sleep on the floor. Finally, after sailing for many days and many nights and the Pilgrims, they looked to the right. They looked to the left. They looked straight ahead. They saw land and yelled, "Land!" The Pilgrims were happy now because they could leave the Mayflower and build new homes on land. Each day, the Pilgrims would leave the Mayflower to work together to clear the land and build the homes. At night, the Pilgrims would go back to the Mayflower to eat there and sleep. In the mornings, the Pilgrims would wake up, go back to work on their houses again. Some Indians came to welcome the Pilgrims to their land. The Indians said, "We are Indians! We want to be friends!" The Pilgrims said, "We are Pilgrims! We want to be friends!" And together they said, "Let's be friends!" So the Indians and Pilgrims became friends and learn from each other. One of the things the Pilgrims learned was how to plant seeds. Throughout the spring and summer, the Pilgrims took care of the land and the garden. During the summer and fall, the corn grew and grew and grew until it was high in the field.
Now we have food for next winter.
One day, as the Pilgrims were visiting the Indians, the Pilgrims were saying,
"We are so happy that we have food to eat and homes to live in."
so they decided to celebrate To show their thanks, they invited the Indians to come to a feast. The Indians were pleased and happy.
Yes, we will come.
They wanted to bring food to the celebration also. The pilgrims went back home. The Indians and pilgrims both began to get ready for the feast. There was a brave Indian named
Waldo.
He said to his Indian friends,
I will go to the forest and not go there for the feast.
so Squanto got his bow and arrow. Bow and arrow and went to the forest to hunt for a deer. Squanto walked into the forest and searched until he saw some deer. He aimed his arrow and hit one of them, and the others ran away. Then Squanto decided he wanted to bring more food to the feast.
I will go to the river and catch some fish for the feast.
There he tried again and again to catch a fish until he finally caught one.
I got a fish.
Squanto is happy because he could bring fish and deer meat to the feast. One day, Squanto and the other Indians gathered around the fire to talk. Some of the Indians were holding corn. Some of the corn fell into the fire. Suddenly they heard a noise.
Pop!
Then there were a few more pops.
Pop! 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 Pop!
And that's how we have popcorn. And the Indians threw more corn into the fire. The fire got bigger and bigger and bigger until suddenly they heard this sound. This is picture opportunity before they come to the floor. Stay there. And they have a music.